Yo, what's up guys? It's Andrew from travelingguitarist.com. Today I'm going to answer the question, can guitar scales be played anywhere on the neck? And yes, they can. And I'm going to show you how some examples of that today, as well as some useful things that you should learn. That's going to help you play the guitar, improvise, and just in general be a better player. So I'm just going to grab my guitar right now. Alright, so I actually already made this video, but it got deleted by accident, so it's quite unfortunate. But it is what it is. But anyway, so yeah, guitar scales can be played anywhere due to the fact that there's the different ways of playing the notes on the guitar, whether at the same pitch or different. The short answer is yeah, scales can be played anywhere in the neck of the guitar. The main thing that you should be doing is you can either memorize the distance between each note in semitones and tones, or you can memorize the actual notes of the scale and then just apply them on the neck. So right now we're going to talk about the most commonly used scale to explain things, which is the C major scale. So we're going to use that starting on the 8th fret of the low E string. Now you also have the C major starting on the A string on the 3rd fret. Then you can also play it on the 3rd fret all the way on one string. So another thing that you can do, you can actually learn how to play the notes of the scale but starting on a different note. And what that is that creates a mode shape. It's not necessarily the mode itself, but it's the mode shape. So for instance, if you play C major starting on D and ending on D, it sounds like this. One note was off key there, but anyway. So it's really useful to learn this stuff, because if you can learn how to play if you learn how to memorize all the major scales, you can apply them all over the neck. Moreover, if you learn how to play each scale from a different note, you're playing the mode shapes. And the reason why this is useful in my experience is that it kind of gives you a foundation to build on whenever you're making a song or improvising over a track. So here's all the major keys and the minor keys. It looks confusing, but it's really not. It's basically just F, C, G, D, A, E, B, F sharp, G flat, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, and that's it. So there's about 15 of them. So let's do the C major scale starting on the low E, but on the 5th fret, which is A minor. So anyway, even though it's the same notes of the C major scale, it's when you play them from a different order, it creates a different tonality because the tonal center is different. So what I'm trying to get to you at here is that if you memorize the shapes of the mode and of each major scale, you can actually figure out the key of a song extremely easily. And what else you can do is that you can, once you learn it, you have something to work with each time you're improvising over something. So for instance, if we take E major, and then you play the notes of E major starting on F sharp and ending on F sharp, it creates a Dorian flavor. And then if you learn the arpeggios that go with each scale degree, which the minor 7 is kind of like a Dorian thing, that goes with the 2nd chord, so it's like so I'm going to give you an example of how you would go about implementing this stuff. So Oh man, this is way shorter than the last video. But I'm going to open up my GarageBand right now and then play a song that I recently created for you. I would use a more popular song to give you an idea of how I go about doing this, but I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I'm just going to use my own. So let's play this one right now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to show you how you take the application of memorizing these scales and to understand what key you're in. So let's play this right now. So what I just did there is I played the Mixolydian shape. I played the Mixolydian shape, the B flat Mixolydian. So some people might say, oh, well, you're playing in the Mixolydian mode. Well, not really. The song is in... I'm going to tell you this right now. So the song, I just played the B flat Mixolydian, and so I know that B flat Mixolydian is the fifth mode. B flat Mixolydian is the fifth mode of E major. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this again, and I'm going to play E flat major over it. So you can see that it works, but however, it still sounds the same, right? And the reason why it sounds the same is because this song is in C minor, and C minor is the relative minor of E flat major. So the song is actually in the C of minor. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play a C minor chord right now, and you're going to see that it sounds good with it. Now I'm going to play the C minor scale, and you're going to see that it sounds good with it as well. Anyway, so because I know all the mode shapes, it's easy to figure out the key of a song and then have other things to play over it. So for instance, you can play this with it. Or you can play F Dorian with it. Watch, F Dorian. I'm going to play F Dorian with this. See, that goes with it as well. Or you can play, excuse me, that's F Dorian. So you can play the Phrygian as well. You can play the Phrygian shape too. So obviously I played some notes off key there, but anyway, so because I know all those scale shapes, all those mode shapes, which are all a mode of the E flat major scale, you have something to work with, you know. And then you can also learn the accompanying arpeggios with it as well. So for instance, you could play the E flat major arpeggio, or you could play F minor 7. So yeah, you can play all that with this. So I hope I was able to illustrate something to you today. Another thing that's worth mentioning is that you can play like the blues scale with it as well too, right? Like you can play the C minor pentatonic and it would sound good. Anyway, so it's definitely worth learning all this stuff, right? Like you can play, once you learn all the major scales, you can move them around. When you play the major scales in terms of a different order of the notes, then you have a lot more to work with as well. So yeah, I hope this was helpful to you. Make sure to subscribe and all that stuff. Check out the article on my website as well. But anyway, I'm going to sign out today, and I'll see you in the next video. All right? Peace.